Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Donna, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my Jamaica Scotch Bonnet peppers. Yes, I grow Scotch Bonnet peppers here in London, and I'm going to be telling you how I care for my peppers, how I make them look so healthy, so lush, so green. This is a small backyard garden here in London, and your girl is making waves. Look, so listen, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the channel and learn more tips on how to grow Jamaica Scotch Bonnet pepper here in London. When I came back from Jamaica, the whole of the garden was inundated with callaloo. The callaloo overshadowed the whole of my peppers, so the peppers weren't able to see daylight. They weren't able to grow how nicely as they're looking at the moment. So I'm going to go through my peppers. You see a lot of chilies, a lot of jalapenos, yeah, where they are. You got loads of jalapenos, oops, chilies, Scotch bonnet, the tomato peppers, so much, but they're looking in this glory. Even the gungo peas, start to blossom now. Yeah, I can safely say that they're doing much better. Everything is much better. We're gonna feed the peppers. We got some organic natural feed that I've been sitting in a bucket for about a month, and we're gonna dilute it and feed it and water the garden today. So you can see, if you look, you see what I've done. I've made a trench. So as I stated that I do my raised bed gardening for my Scotch Bonnet peppers, my Jamaica Scotch Bonnet peppers. Here they are. And I will show you how I sorted the trenches out and how molding them and how I did that. And then you can see my jalapenos. Yes, I've got quite a few of them, you know. You see some green ones here. And I have the Carolina Reaper, the Armageddon, the tomato peppers, obviously the Scotch bonnet, but as I said, they're a bit delayed. Have some chilies here. They're very pretty. So along in the garden, there's loads of stuff in the garden, but we're gonna focus on the peppers today. What I've done, guys, I've made a trench in the between the peppers. If you look, you see, so I can water in between so the plants don't get the feed directly onto the leaves or the plant itself. So how beautiful, look gleaming, look how gleaming the plants are. Aren't they pretty? Look at my Scotch bonnet peppers. They're looking so pretty. All these peppers are looking beautiful. So right, let me step up inside and show you what I did. Garden. So I had to get in the garden, physically get in the garden with this to take out all the weeds, take it all the callaloo. So I'm going up. So I'm stepping over, but I have to be careful and mindful that I don't step on any of the peppers. And I use my feet to make the trench. So if you look, you notice I'm in here. Yeah, see, I'm in here. So what I do, I use this now to make the trench, and it makes a, you know, kind of make a what you call it, like a mole of the peppers, so they're sitting on a, like on a banking. Because listen, so this is, today's gonna be very hot, and we want to get these finished before the heat comes out, you know. Get them watered and feed so the sun can give them the added energy as well, you know. The peppers are looking really good, isn't it? So yes, so I got my little spade here and my little hand shovel, so you know, and I use my hand to secure up the mold and use my feet to trample in the gully. You know, it's like a gully. So when you water in this bit here, so the water and the feed goes in here, and the roots can suck in anything, so you don't run the chance of scorching the the plants at all. Sometimes the fertilizer can scorch the leaves, so I am making that gully in between, and then trample it so the water sits in there, and they get what they need. In this container lies the goodness for the plants. Oh, there it is, guys. You see, that's all the goodness of all the goodness. This is the nettle tea, and this is well concentrated. It's all rotted down. See, all rotted down. So I'll have to take it and strain it. See that? Mix it. And while I mix it, hold on, let me get the hose and spray some more water inside there. The nettle tea has everything that the plant. It smells, you know what, it doesn't smell so bad, It smells bad, but not so bad. But yeah, I'm going to take it up and dilute it and show you. I'm gonna bring it up, so mix it round. So I've got one hand here, guys, and one with the camera, so bear with me. So I see everything. If it leaves all I hear, all this rotten right down, Yeah, man. The nettle tea, all the goodness. My plants will get all of this, and guess what I have? I'm going to put some stone in there to hold this down, and I have rainwater, so I'm going to use the rainwater up there. What I might do is take this and dilute it in there's a half drum of water. I'm gonna take some of this and dilute it in and use it from the drum to water the plants. Rainwater is caught in this barrel. So if you notice, I cover the barrel with a net, and that netting now prevents any mosquitoes, any debris going in there. The sieve now will take the debris from the tea, we call it the tea, the nettle tea, and strain it into the barrel. So this is my small bucket that I use. So I'm going to pour this into the drum now and strain it off. You see? So strain off you see? All the debris strain off in there. So I'm just gonna continue doing that. You see? It smells, it does smell, but you get used to these things anyway. So if you notice that the debris is here, so I put about two in there. So I'm going to squeeze out every juice I can of it. It stinks, this is a month. Can you imagine? So it's gonna be good. So put that aside now. Yeah, mix it in. So right, guys, you see the trench that I made. I'll just pour the feed right in. See that? Goes in there, and then the pepper roots will just take what they need. The same goes for this. Good fertilizer, this, Can rainwater, and look, see that? They'll just take, and then you're going to see the difference. A couple weeks time, you're going to see the difference. Nettle, rhubarb, and the comfrey, all in that bucket there, and left it for a month. And yes, that's what I use to feed the plants, as well as my molasses. I use molasses to feed them as well. So I'm going to continue feeding, and I'll show you the difference, how they look. The beauty of feeding the plants with the natural goodness. You can see the peppers have actually benefited from them. Look at the color of the leaves, the greenery. So as I said, I make the trench, and then I water in the trench and put the feeding in, so the roots can literally take so the roots are here, and it feeds into the plants. So if you look where the plants, they're really, really glowing. These are the Jamaica Scotch Bonnet peppers. I know they're late, but you can see that they even started to, you know, bear fruits. So I'm just showing you how effective and beneficial it is to make your own tea. We call it the tea, the natural tea for the plants, by using the comfrey and the stinging nettles, and you know, any other thing that you can use from your garden. Just chuck it in there and leave it to, you know, savor for a good couple of weeks, and then you have to definitely have to dilute it, because it will be really strong. So very neat. So you have to make sure you don't put too much on the plants. So you see, look how beautiful the plants are looking. They're looking great. So the peppers are really benefiting from it. Even the ones at the front, every single pepper had a feed from that stinging nettle feed. Look at the root system of the plant as well. You see, plants are growing big and beautiful.